All right, starting off with number one, we just talked about this. We got to take our height, or we have to take the area of the triangle, okay, which is this height, and then this length, okay, which this is going to be the same. It's going to be the same length. So this is also 6. Okay, so we have the base. We have the base times the height. So the 6 times 8 divided by 2 times the formula is base times height divided by 2 times the length. What is the length? It is extended. Extended outward as the square. That's the 5. It's extended out this way, times 5. Okay, so 6 times 8 is 6 times 8.
48.
48 divided by 2 times 5. 48 divided by 2 is
24.
24 times 5 equals volume, which is 120. 120 meters cubed. So that is the volume of this. The formula for that is V equals base times height divided by, base times height divided by 2 times the length. Okay, that's the formula for that.
Wait.
Okay, I'll just move on. All right, now we have the number 2. This sphere. Okay, what is the formula for a sphere?
A sphere?
A sphere.
Oh, a sphere.
Volume equals 4/3
Times 5 times 8 is the third.
times pi times r cubed, which is the radius.
Excuse me.
Okay, now that we have this, we can plug this into the information we were given, which what is the radius of this sphere? If the diameter is 4, that makes the radius half of that, which is 2. So volume equals 4/3 times pi times 2 cubed, which what is 2 cubed? What is 2 cubed?
4. Wait, sorry.
2 times 2 times 2.
8.
2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8.
Oh.
8.
Okay, somebody get out their calculator. I will need, I don't
Oh, we got one right here. It's 33.5.
What is it?
I got the answer.
Well, I need to know the steps first.
5
5 times 8.
I know, which is what? Volume equals 4/3 times.
I don't remember the number, but I do like it.
You got a calculator, Ainsley?
The answer is
We do pi times 8.
25.1.
25.1.
25.1, yeah.
Okay. And then you just multiply that by 4/3, which that's times 4 divided by 3, which gives us what? 33.5. 33.5 feet cubed. That is the volume of the sphere. 33.5 feet cubed. I've had 40-minute ones before.
No.
Yes.
Dude, if I'm out, I'm not watching that.
Well, get used to it. Yeah, that's all college lectures are.
I'm not going to college.
Well, I hope you do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to college, but
Well, now we got a number 3. We have a cone. What is the volume for a cone? Does everybody have number 1 already?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could pause it to do that, right?
Yep, I know. All right, volume of a cone. Volume. Jake, please. 1/3 times height times pi times radius squared. Okay, now we just plug this in for the information we have been given. And we have volume equals 1/3. What is our height?
10.
Times 10 times pi times radius squared, which is what? 5. So what's 5 squared?
25.
25. 5 squared is 25. Okay, now we have volume equals 1/3 times, what's pi times 25? Pi times 25.
78.5.
78.5. Okay, so now we have volume equals 1/3 times 785. Guys don't know how I did that? Just multiplied that by 10, which is just moving the decimal over one place. Okay, all I did was multiply 78.5 times 10, which is just moving this decimal over one place. Makes it 785. Okay, well, somebody divide 785 by 3 for me, which is 1/3. What is 1/3 of 785?
261.8.
261.8. 1.8 feet cubed. Yes. Everybody got that? All right, number 4. We have a cylinder. Okay, who can tell me the formula for a cylinder? That is volume equals area of the base. I don't know why I'm writing area. A times the length. So area of the base times length, which the area is pi r squared. Okay. So what's our base? Our base is this right here. Right? And we have to find pi, the area of our base is pi r squared. So what's the radius? If our diameter is 6, what's our radius?
3.
3. So we can just write this as volume equals pi times 3 squared times the length, which is 6. Then we have volume equals pi times, what's 3 squared? 3 squared is 3 times 3, which is 9 times 6. Volume equals pi, 9 times 6, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. Plan to do pi times 54 for me?
169.436.
Volume equals 169.6 inches cubed. Remember all of our answers being in the measurement of the problem cubed. All the problems will be cubed. Okay, that doesn't mean you cube the answer. It doesn't mean, oh, what's 169 times 169 times 169? No, that's not the answer. It's going to be, it's cubic. It's a cubic measurement. When the volume is always a cubic measurement, just like how area is a square measurement. Okay. So our volume of this cylinder is 169 inches cubed. Okay. Does everybody have number 3? Okay, so I can get rid of that. All right, volume of a pyramid. So volume of a pyramid. Volume of a pyramid, come on. Who's got it?
1/3.
1/3 base times height. Why is it doing that? It's like cutting out and not writing it. Okay. 1/3 times our base times our height. Well, how do we find the area? How do we find the base? Well, the base, first we have to find the area of the base, which is this. Okay? Which is just the length times the width. So that's going to be volume equals 1/3 the base equals length times width. Okay? Which our length is 5 and our width is 2. So what's 5 times 2? 10 times the height, which is 5. Okay, so the volume is 1/3 times 50. 10 times 5 is 50. Okay, somebody do that in the calculator for me. 1/3 of 50 is 1/3 of 50. 50 divided by 3. 16.6 meters cubed. Volume of this pyramid is 16.6 meters cubed. Okay, same thing for this. It's super simple. Okay, volume equals 1/3 times base times height. The base is the length times the width. Okay, so our length is going to be this times the width, which is this. Okay, that's our base. For the volume equals 1/3, 9 times 9, which is 81, times the height, which is 10. This is our height. Okay, so volume equals 1/3 times 810. 81 times 10 is 810. Okay, somebody do 810 divided by 3 for me. 270. Volume equals 270 feet cubed. Okay. Now we got composite volume. We have composite volume. Now we have multiple figures that we have to find the volume for, and we just put them together. That's it. So we have a I don't know what you call this, a semicircle cone, right? So first we have to find the area of a sphere, and then we divide that by 2 because we don't have a whole sphere. Okay, we just find the area of the sphere and divide that by 2. Okay, and then we find not the area, the volume. Find the volume of the sphere, divide that by 2. Then we're gonna find the volume of the cone, divide that, or not divide that by 2. Find the volume of the cone, and then put both of those together. Does that make sense? So we have to find the volume of this, and then we have to find the volume of this, and then we just add them together. Okay, so first off, the volume of a sphere is V equals 4/3 times pi times r cubed. Volume equals 4/3 times pi, which our radius is half of the diameter. Our diameter is 16, half of that is 8. So what is 8 cubed? Who's got 8 cubed for me? 8 times 8 is 64 times 8 is
8 cubed?
yes.
Oh, it's 1,000.
16 times 8 or 64 times 8. Who's got 64? What?
That's what I was trying to say, but she wasn't letting me say that.
512.
Okay.
Okay. 8 cubed. 8 times 8 times 8 is 512. We have volume equals 4/3 times 512 times pi.
1,608.5.
1,608.5. 1,608.5. Okay, multiply that by 4 and then divide it by 3. multiply it by 4, and then divide it by 3. Which gives us
2,144.
2,144.6. Okay. Now, this would be the volume, guys. This would be the volume of a sphere, but we only have half a sphere, so we have to actually divide this by 2 now. So the volume of this half sphere is what? What's that divided by 2? 1,072.3. 1,072.3.
1,072.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
1,072.3. Okay. So this is inches cubed. Okay, so this is our volume for the half sphere. Now we have to find the volume of the cone, which what's our formula for a cone? Volume equals 1/3 times the height times pi times radius squared. Volume equals 1/3 times, what's our height? 14. This is going to be our height. 14 times pi times 8 squared. What's 8 squared? 64. So we have volume equals 1/3 times 14. Want to do 64 times pi for me?
201.
201. Point what? 201.1. Okay. And then we just multiply that by 14. To 1.1 times 14.
2,815.4.
2,000 what?
815.4.
815.4. Okay. And then we just divide this by 3. Or multiply it by 1/3. 1/3 times 2,815.4 is 938 point what? 0.4 inches cubed. Okay, so this is the volume of the cone. Okay, so now all we have to do is add these two together and we will get the total composite volume. Okay, so 1,072.3 plus our 938.4 would give us a total composite volume of 2,010.7 inches cubed.
Okay.
That is the total composite volume of that figure. Okay. Now we just do the same thing for the, this seems to be a house. Looks like a house to me. What about you?
No, not really.
Yeah.
What?
No, not really.
Okay. Okay. I don't have a lot of space here.
I don't know, how'd you live with it?
Okay. Well, anyway, we'll just go. First we have to find the area of the cube first, which is just going to be area of same thing as a rectangular prism, which is just volume equals a area of the base times the length, which is a equals base times height. A equals the base times the height, which this is the base. And this is the height. Okay, and then times our length, which is this. Okay, so we have volume equals 10 times 10 is 100 times 10. The volume equals 1,000. So the volume of the cube is 1,000 centimeters cubed. And then we just need to find the volume of the pyramid. So the volume of a pyramid is 1/3 base times height, which the base equals length times width, remember? Okay, so the volume for a pyramid is our 1/3 base times height. Well, what is our base? The base is the length times the width, which is just this. So like technically it's this, but this is gonna be the same, the length times the width. That's the area of this whole figure right here, of our base right here.
Yep.
Okay, which is gonna be the same measurements as the cube. Okay, so it's gonna be volume equals 1/3 100, which was the base, times our height, which is 16. We have volume equals 1/3 times 1,600, right? And then divide that by 3, or multiply it by 1/3. Or volume equals
533.3.
533.3 centimeters cubed. So our total composite volume is going to be 1,533.3 centimeters cubed. That is our total composite volume of that figure. Okay, so first you got to find the volume of the first shape, then find the volume of the second shape, and then you add those together. This? It's 1/3 of 1,600.
No, she was right. She just. Yeah. No way.
Take your
All right, so number 9. I'm kind of running out of room here. Let's see. Let's just rock and roll it. All right. So we have a volume of a cylinder. We got to find a cylinder. Okay. But we're using the vertical height. We actually have to use this height as our height. This is called the slant length. We're not using this. We don't use this at all. That's called the slant length. We don't use that. Okay. So the volume of cylinder is, which is A, the area of the base, times the length, which the area equals pi r squared. Okay, so volume equals pi times radius squared times the length. Okay, we know volume equals pi, our radius. We already have our radius, which is 5 squared. What's 5 squared? 25 times our length, which is the 8. 25 times 8, which is 200. Five times 8 is 200. Times pi, which is what? 200 times pi?
628.
628.3. Okay. So it doesn't really give us a measurement, so we can just say feet cubed. Our volume for this figure is 628.3 feet cubed. Everybody got that?
Yep.
I'm going to give y'all a couple minutes to finish copying this down. All right, moving on. We should have all these already. If you do not, you can pause it and finish copying it down. I do not.
Okay, here. Whose is this?
All right. Okay, so now we got the volume of a fish tank is 6,336 cubic inches. If the length is 16 inches and the width is 18 inches, what is the height? Okay, so it's given us a piece of information. Now we actually have to solve for a missing length or a missing variable. Okay, so for in this instance, we have volume equals, well, actually that is the volume. 600 or 6,336 equals, we have a fish tank, so that's a rectangular prism, okay, which is the base times the height times the length. Okay, the length is 16 times the width, which is 18, and then we're missing x, which is the height. Okay, so we have I guess that doesn't really matter where the x is. It's just the solving the variable. So really, it would be 16 times x times 18, but based off of the forgot what property it was. It doesn't really matter which order you put it in, as long as it's all the same. Okay. Can we please stop messing around with the paper, please? Let's throw it away. Okay. So now we have 16 times 18, which is what? $16 times 18 gives us what? 288. 288x. Now we solve for the missing variable. We have to divide by 288 to isolate the variable. What's 6,336 divided by 288?
22.
Is it 22? That would give us our missing length. 22? So the height is 22. That's all it's asking. It's giving you an extra piece of information. You have to solve for the missing. You're still doing the formula. You're just solving for the missing
You did it wrong. You grabbed it.
inches cubed.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Not inches cubed, because this is inches cubed. The area is inches cubed. The x is not inches, it's not cubed. Okay. All right, now we have the volume of a cylinder. It's 442 pi cubic centimeters. What is the radius of the cylinder if the height is 22 centimeters? Okay. So we have 442 pi equals our volume of a cylinder is, what did it say? Cylinder, yeah, is area times the base, which is the area of a base of a cylinder is pi r squared. So we have pi times radius squared times the length, which the length is or the height was the length is the height, which is 22. Okay, so we have we're missing the radius, which is x. So we have 442 pi equals pi times x squared times 22. We can cancel these pi's. If we wanted to get rid of this pi, we subtract pi. That cancels. We subtract pi. That cancels. Okay. So now our equation is 442 equals x squared times 22. Okay. How will we isolate the variable now? We gotta cancel something. What do we have to get rid of to isolate our missing variable? We would have to divide by 22 to get rid of this 22 because it's multiplying by 22. So to cancel multiplication, we have to divide. Right, so this cancels. Divide 442 divided by 22 is what?
4.48.
Was it?
4.48.
4.48 equals x squared. We can't leave that by itself. Was it 4.42?
Oh, that's what you said.
No, I'm at. No. 400. I thought that was way too small. 442 divided by 22 is
20.1.
20.1. So 20.1 equals x cubed. So then we have to isolate the variable another step. How do we get rid of a cube something? Or not cube, I'm sorry, squared. Square root. Cancel a square, we have to square root. So that cancels. Square root of 20.1 is centimeters. X equals 4.48 centimeters. Okay. Last two. We got finding the height of a cone whose volume is 175 pi cubic inches. We have 175 pi equals, and the diameter is 8.8 inches. Well, of a cone, our formula for a cone is 1/3 times the height times pi times radius squared. Okay, we're actually missing the height. Okay, so we have 175 pi equals 1/3 times x, which is our missing value. If we wanted to get rid of this pi over here, right here, we have to subtract by pi. So minus pi, that cancels, minus pi, this cancels. We have 175 equals 1/3 x times, we know what the diameter is. It's 8.8. So what does that make the radius? Half the radius? 4.4. Because half of the diameter is the radius. So 4.4 squared, which is what? 4.4 squared.
19.36.
19.36. 19.36. Okay. Now we have 175 equals 1/3 times x. If we want to cancel this 19.36, we have to divide by 19.36. So that cancels. 175 divided by 19.36.
Exactly.
Destiny.
And I got mine with rows because I'm a big girl.
Destiny.
Is what?
9.03.
9 what?
9.03.
9.03. Okay, so to solve for x, it's going to be 1/3 x equals 903. Okay, to get rid of, I'm trying to see because it's already a fraction. So do we divide? If it's multiplying, do we divide by 1/3, or do we multiply by 1/3? I guess we would divide by 1/3. It has to be. That cancels. Divide by 1/3. So what's 9.03 divided by 1/3?
27.09.
X equals 27.09. What did you get?
26.9.
You can, like, I wouldn't count it incorrect. Like, if it was close enough, I could just see that in the calculator, you probably rounded
So
another.
I'd get that right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now we have a square pyramid has a height of 25 inches and a volume of 75 cubic inches. What are the dimensions of the base of the pyramid? So now we have a pyramid, which is 1/3 base times height, which our base is the length times the width. I'm assuming that's what we're missing. Okay, we have the height is 25, the volume is 75. So 75 equals 1/3 times x, because that's what we're missing, times 25. Okay, but then I'm trying to think, because that would be, that would make, yeah. So which is our, the base, which is x. Let me try not to confuse y'all. Okay, we're missing the dimensions of the base. The base is the length times the width, right? So we would have x times x, right? That's what we're missing. We're missing the length, we're missing the base, which is the length times the width, correct? So that would be x times x. We have the height, which is 25. What also could we say x times x is? No. No. X times x.
Oh, it's squared.
X,
Yeah.
yes, x squared. So we say 75 equals 1/3 times x squared, because that's the base times the length, or that's the length times the width, which is the base, times 25, which is the height. Okay. So now we can cancel, divide by 25. We have to cancel this. 75 divided by 25 is 3. So now we have 3 equals 1/3 times x squared. We're going to divide by 1/3. What is 3 divided by 1/3? 9. So we have 9 equals x squared. How do we cancel a square? Square root. Square root of 9 is 3.
Okay, I got that one like completely wrong. I got 1.7.
Well, then you did something wrong somewhere. You probably didn't do the x times x, which is the x squared. Yeah, that's probably where you messed up. Okay, so you have to pay attention to what it's asking for. What are the dimensions of the base of the pyramid? We know that the base is the length times the width. But we don't have either the length or the width. That's what's making it x times x. Does that make sense? Okay. Good job.